Here's the evidence. If I really read, there's no such a thing as a surprise, and I already know way better than average adults in the United States. Here's the evidence. I have nothing to fear. No surprise. I really know every word's already existing in this universe. 너희보다 이미 많이 알거든. I don't have anything. Definitely go back to the United States, for sure.
Pretentious.
What?
Pretentious. Pretentious. Pretentious.
I really don't have nothing that I don't know. If I really actually pay attention, I really know everything. Here's evidence. Let me get 100 right now. Then I'm better than others, right? Try me. Let me actually prove it. 지금 내가 100 똑바로 풀어볼게요. I don't actually want to click whatever without thinking. Let me show you. There's nothing that I don't know. Challenge me right now. I'm very certain I know better than other human beings.
Ambiguous. Ambiguous. Ambiguous.
I'm very certain I know better than others. I'm absolutely certain. There is no surprise. I know better than others. 사람보다 이미 더 많이 알거든. I know better than others. My reading is better than Ethan Suarez. I'm very certain. I'm not crazy. Ethan Suarez is 아주 쉽게 이길 수 있거든. I'm very certain about that. 너희보다 잘하거든. 너희보다 잘하거든. First, I understand every little aspect of CNN. I understand CNN better than Korean interpreters. I'm very certain about the U.S. policy and the U.S. government's issue and politics. I'm very certain about it. It's not as me being less accurate. All I'm asking for is letting me have an eraser. So 14 hours with a zero problem. That's why I'm doing so well with the conceptual ideas from the outset. I have a little distraction issue and I truly suffer from Cyber Cygnus, because I saw too many questions in too little time. That that excessive swiping really gave me dizziness. I'm very happy to go on a battle against a real interpreter in terms of understanding CNN in time. I'm not lying. I'm very sorry about them. I understand Caitlin Collins like my own language. I'm not lying. What's the spine to the broken whale? Supporting herself by a twisted. Peer into the midst of this pray. Just pray. Oh, say trench. 너무나 케이틀린 칼린 하고 싶다. 정말로 너무나 케이틀린 칼린이라고 얘기하는데 that's why I like her. I'm not lying. 컴플리먼이 맞잖아. full finale sounds weird. Full compliment. I would say full compliment. Take some sort of hallucination. How require that full confirmation. Which is consistent with nature. So still some beaches over here. Compliment.
Acid. Acid.
I can't hear it. Can you actually? I cannot hear the sound.
Acid. Acid.
What? I really can't. What are you saying? There's no sound, then how would I know that? How are you gonna know?
Acid.
I have to. How are you gonna know? I really can't understand if there's no sound.ありがとうございます。仕事行っちゃう。そうだらつさ。はい、さすが。もう取ってたに消える。ちょっかり先は。カロリーカロリーやねI don't know. Repeat the video. Watch this. Take shoes. halloumi. Halloumi hoorden we zeggen. Halloumi het nog. People spoke of it already. Halloumi. And it just really like it add up, it connects all that. But I love Middle East, cuisine very much. Those people are very smart with the spices. So l'épicerie, they're good. You will be in love with any type of food. But I only tried Americanized ones, honestly. Los colonización. 아이패드는 근데 사실 괜찮은 것 같기도 하고. 정말 안 아파. 근데 휴대폰은 이 너무 작으니까 거짓말 치고 이렇게 해서 내가 등이 안 아파 이렇게 계속 놓으면 정말 어지러웠어. I'm not lying, but then why didn't I stop? That's a question, right? I had no idea that was the cause of this nausea. I'm telling you the absolute truth. I really wish they would have handed out any warning to those people. Don't use a smartphone, the small one, the bluish one, because it's so easy to read it. For 100 questions, it's very easy. I love the presentation display. Oh my gosh, I love this. But the thing is, the faster I solved the question, the easier I became. I couldn't put two and two together. I don't know. I feel so stupid in terms of science and medical science. I couldn't figure it out. I just actually Googled it for fun and I stumbled upon the truth. The only reason why I was feeling so disoriented was me looking into this tiny screen with 1,000 questions in less than 7 hours. Then that means, in 1 minute, I actually, changed my scene at least 2 or 3 times. That gives it really serious business. I really wish that there could have been a warning sign. I'm not lying. Always finish the game with the serious, vomiting. It was a, vomiting kind of feeling. Nausea, squeamish queasiness, That was a really not lie. 너무너무 어지러웠어요. 한 라운드만 더 할게요.
Substantial.
이렇게 집중만 하면 맞거든. People who hate me, they don't get that. 정말 거짓말이 아니라 집중만 하면 진짜 아주 쉽게 맞을 수 있어요. 집중하면 거짓말 진짜 아니에요. 정말요. 아주 이상한 단어 1년 전, 3년 전에 한 거 집중만 하면 모두 맞을 수 있어요. 근데 이게 집중 안 하고 그냥 확 누르잖아. 그럼 바로 틀려요. 근데 그거는 프레질. 이나 나를 싫어하지 않는 사람, 내 지능을 그렇게 무시하지 않는 사람 알아요. 내가 한 3년 전에 한 거를 해볼게. 3년 전에 한 거 해볼게요. 거짓말 치고 그냥 제대로 보고 누르면 진짜 맞거든? 근데 약간 하기 싫으면 이제 틀리는 거예요. I'm not too. 진짜 투 아니에요. 아니 왜냐면은 3년 전에 나 프렌치 그럼 하죠. I don't mind. 저는 프렌치 취향인지 하세요. 좀 상관없어요. 마음대로 하세요. 안 보고 할게요. 저 시작해야 되니까 할게요. I don't mind. 저 한 라운드만 그만할게요. Iron Cattle. 샌디 비치는 않겠죠. 에코. 뭐지? 내가 나머지 그저께 했으니까. 아이고, 또 샌디 비치가 나타나서. 전 샌디 비치 할게요. I'm very sorry. It's Sandy Beach. It's not Iron Cattle. Iron Cattle is really like. What is Iron Carrot? I know that. 쇠주전자, 철주전자. But I would say Sandy Beach. Acro is more like Sandy Beach. 저 Sandy Beach 진짜 할게요. I'll do Sandy Beach with no exception. Sandy Beach 혹시? 좀 적당한 사기 치는 나한테 틀렸다. 됐고, 샌디 비치. I want one. 야, 내가 CM에 드는 거 척하긴 일로 와봐라. 야 제발 케이틀린 컬린즈 내가 다루든지 좀 보여주면 돼. 졸라 정확하게 해요. I really understand every little line. I really actually feel. I mean, I really got the very feeling she's trying to deliver. I'm not lying. 그럼 내가 한국어로 말해서 한국어를 말할 수 있는 사람, 영어로 말하는 사람 들어보면 되잖아요. 그러면 내가 케이틀린 컬린즈 feeling이 똑같은지 물어보면 되잖아. 나 너무 잘 이해할 수 있는데 특히 말로 말해주는. 야. 내가 말했지? 샌디 비치를 한다 했지. 너 맨날 나한테 거짓말해 이 새끼들. 정말 다 안 읽어서 그래요. 진짜 거짓말이 아니에요. 어지러워서 그래요. 거짓말이 아니라 정말 너무나 맹세해요. 정말 어지러워서 죽는 줄 알았어. I'm not lying. 정말 어지러워서 그렇지 거짓말이 절대 아니에요. 나는 진짜 닥터한테 물어보실 수도 있어. ophthalmologist. 나 이번에 너무 진짜요. I really wish. I mean, I couldn't figure it out. I was not a doctor. I was not an ophthalmologist. I had no idea about it. But I was battling. I was combating this constant nausea. But the irony was, the faster I solved each question, the dizzier I became. That much I know. Because when I was such a slow reader, nothing happened. I mean, only eye pains or a slight migraine. Those are really the two symptoms, even after staying up all night for 23 hours. But the faster I became, it was really like a corridor, like doors, endlessly swirling, swerving. It gives me such a dizziness. I'm not lying. Please ask doctor. I'm not lying. 어쩌고 이거 되고 싶지 않거든.
Become.
나도 먼저. 그냥 치료해요.
Recidivist. Protege.
Definitely can go to law school. Not bad. 당연히 뭐를 가르쳤지. 내가 나이보다 더 잘 읽으니까. 내가 나이보다 더 잘 읽으니까 뭐를 가르쳤지. 아, bones 하자. 나 진짜 자신 있다. I'm actually really great with the bones. Let's do it. I'm really great with the bones. 하자. 진짜 forensic 하자. 누가 이기나 하자. forensic science. 붙어보자. 미쳤나? I can definitely beat them. Of course I can actually. 우연히 당연히 이길 수 있지.
No.
What? I can't hear it.
No.
I can't.
No.
소리가 너무 작아 모르겠어. I cannot hear it. I don't know what this is.
No.
나 forensic science 존나 좋아하는데. 하자. 좋다. 야, 붙어보자. 야, 내 진짜 forensic science는 누가 더 스크립션 잘 쓴지 몰라? 뒤졌다. I'm extremely great. I know. 웃기지만 않아도 이번에 forensic science 하는 많이 알고 난 진짜 뒤졌대, 니네. I'm very confident about it. Absolutely. 이따가 말해봐. 진짜 forensic science 너 이보다 잘 알고 먼저 해보자. 먼저 I really want you going to really fucking well. 이거는 노래. National Institute of Health, Dr. Fauci. Now sit down. 라틴? 무슨 나이가 나서 맞아. 라틴 할게요. 화장실 좀. Let me actually, take a leak. 라틴 하지. 라틴. 저 화장실. 버널라이즈 봄이어서 아니 하나도 안 했어요. 근데 사실 잘 몰라가지고. 근데 사실 추측으로 알 거거든요. 왜냐면 버널이 스프링을 라틴에서 I know. 그래서 할까 하다가 그냥 안 했다. 어차피 잘 모르는 거 해봤자 그냥 몰라가지고 그냥 안 했어. 도박으로 할까. 왜냐면 라틴에서 버널 스프링을 저도 알고 I know that. 그치만 내가 프레드릭 본라인 포크 더 많이 읽거든. 보여줄게. 라틴 왜 이렇게 많이 할까? I'm more like it's I'm very sorry. And it's really up to my, kind of mindset. 내가 너희들 이길 수 있는 거 보여줄게. I'm not so. I definitely have more words than other. 웃기지만은 내가 너희보다 라틴 애들 법을 더 많이 해. I found a secret idea at the end of the century. How genius, I found a secret, for sure. You don't need to tell me. Oh, you don't need to tell me. I'm a legal lawyer. Let's do it. Ipso facto. Of course I know better than you do. 붙어보자, 싶대. 너희보다 잘 알거든. 이 개새끼들. 너희보다 잘 알거든. 어지럽단 말이에요. 이렇게 빨리 지나가면. 내가 진짜 청소년들 꼭 그거다 하지 말라고 했잖아. 너무 휴대폰을 이렇게 화면이 작은데 계속 더 빠르게 풀거든. 화면이 작으니까 정말 20초간 이렇게 진짜 이렇게 했고 개미 얇기처럼. It was like an ad work, like an anteater, like swiping, like borrowing. That really gives me a very serious attention, but I couldn't match it. That was a problem. I was so stupid. I couldn't put two and two together truly. I don't know. 이제 왜 못하는지 모르겠다. Ipso facto. 사실상 consequence로 맞죠. Ipso facto true. the science of how living things in time, rebirth and growth and reproduction of their cycle stage known as chlorophyllology. Explosive active. Retroactive. Means Stacking, das ist Deutsch. Our temperature are low enough to I know vernal is spring, I understand that. But I was afraid, yeah, because, you know, I was not so certain that can be used in that way. But I kind of actually guess that it's Latin, it's like a spring thingy, vernal, awakening, whatever shit. Towns that also call for other New York Federation tests, including the regional bank like top lawyer and subpoena per capita. Prokofo. She was convicted of 6 counts of theft and 1 count of Corypha. I would say the proselytizer. Not bad. a flying Pearson made that he wishes to take up with his office. 벌써 밥도밖에 없다. 엄마가 어떡하냐. 하고 있는 것 같아. 갔다 오면 존나 주의해야 한다. Yeah. These benchmark tests. 어이 뭐야? I don't know. Capable with the right key enablement? 왜냐면 capable이라고 하니. enablement이니까. 왜냐면 capable이죠. capable이면 I 나중에 한 게 아니라 that's ridiculous bias. Excuse me, I got them beforehand. My haters are so crazy. Oh, forgot to say, optimistic home run and socialism, everything was really mine. The only problem is at some point I made a mistake because I was too complacent. I did so well with the economy, so I became too complacent. I skipped some lines. That's it. Because my forte was economy. In the first place, I got socialism, I got optimistic, I got home run, everything. I was like a Midas hand, everything that I touched was doing so well. So I kind of became too complacent. The moment I saw SoftBank, I touched it like this. If you look into my Elsa's performances, you would never say that I would be ignorant of those issues because we deal with much more complicated economic, financial terms and issues. Novice like you would never probably get the answer on time. The time is running out, honestly. 당연히 파이썬 수업 너무 자신 있죠. 해주세요, 제발요. Oh, please, I'm begging. CNBC is my dream. Yeah, I don't mind, collateral debt obligation, things like that. Please, 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 I'm begging you. 제발 좀 해도. 진짜 절대 안 틀릴게. 제발 안 틀릴게. 좀 하게 해봐. 해보고 얘기해. 굉장히 자신 있고 LSI 시스템 바꿔주는 그 순간 내 성적이 계속 똑같아. 정말 차이가 1도 없어. I'm very sorry. 혹시 절대로 안 따라와요? I'm not lying. I want to stop. Because the more, I mean, it's really, I don't actually feel anything at all. But if you really actually think I'm lying, just actually, talk to your local ophthalmologist. They will see the same thing. And never in my, I mean, I was also skeptical of my symptoms. I was thinking that maybe it's a psychosomatic, maybe I was getting old. I really thought that one. But, one thing for sure, when I use the phone, I swiped like this. Otherwise, I would have never be able to solve 1,000 questions in less than 7 hours. At some point after working as a maid at Yeojam, which wasn't really hard, honestly, I stay up all night leaning towards the recliner and literally tackled more than 2,800 questions in less than 12 hours. I stayed up all night and slept less than almost like 40. I took a power nap lasting 40 minutes. That's what I did when I was working for Yeojam. I don't know, I was really addicted to that game, and I couldn't actually figure out the very root cause of nausea. So before I actually, before I visit or drop by a doctor's office, I kind of thought that why not Google something? I want to go see a doctor, but I want to know what was going on with my body because I could never get rid of this dizziness. And because of this disorientation, I really fell off the ladder when I was working for Yeojam. Honestly, I kind of jumped between the platforms, but I fell off wayside. I literally hit the ground. And not just hit the ground. I literally, not really tumbled down. But there, what do we have to say that? I literally put my face down on the pebble stones. I really took a hard fall on the ground. It was just so shameful, honestly. It was actually recorded in that video. If you really have a doubt about it, check out the CCTV. It was recorded. Because right above close to the ceiling, there is a CCTV, there is a surveillance camera. And it really saw me falling on the ground like crazy. Because I kind of actually jumped from one platform to another. But it was just so slippery, and I was suffering from loss of equilibrium. Thankfully, I was holding on to a lot of linen fabrics, so they really protected me like a shield. Otherwise, I might actually suffer from a means, hemorrhage, because I literally flapped onto the ground, covered with the pebbles. Literally, yes, it was just so painful. I lost my toenail because of that. I stayed up all night. I'm not lying. If you think this is really a lie, please do some digital forensics. I left all sorts of digital footprints. I can never lie. Because you know what? They can easily look into my screen time and the questions that I solved. They've been counting, tallying up, tabulating my numbers. I'm not lying. At one night, in less than 10 hours, because I normally came back home, I went home after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it took me an hour for me to walk back home. And then I actually plunged into this activity for about an 8 or 10 hours. I was like a crazy addict and a user hooked up on this. I'm not lying. It really created massive dizziness. I thought, my overeating was really the reason why I felt so nauseous. But on an empty stomach, I felt dizzier than ever before, just like a motion sickness. So it's like I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I was on a fast to see, if I do not eat that much, I would never feel that nauseous. That was my idea. I tried it again. But on an empty stomach, it became horror. My condition became exacerbated. It was so painful for me to actually, put up with the symptoms. So I kind of faced myself. I stuffed myself. I stuffed my face. Then I felt much better. My pains were somewhat mitigated or alleviated, honestly. I don't know. I never want to go back to the nightmarish period, honestly. It was so painful. I couldn't even read, honestly. I wanted to play that game so desperately, but I couldn't. Please, would you do me a favor? I really like this game, honestly. I really love this newspaper blanks. But I really wish I could have a system like this. Can you please do that to me? Then I would have never blame other people, because if I missed one question from the outset, I beat the crap out of myself. They gave me plenty full of a chance to review those questions. I'm not lying. I'm not a liar. I solved every question by myself. I never lied, because they never gave me a chance to cheat, and all the books in my room were so crappy, so I threw them away. I literally removed every single book in this room except some of the books that were not containing every question, so there's no way I would find answers in a timely manner. No, I'm not lying. My reading is really good and I feel very comfortable about my English reading. I swear to God, please let me actually have review power. In that way I can sustain this game without any valuable errors, no matter how many hours I spend, or no matter how tired I am. Otherwise, I always encounter some minor allowances, honestly. This is not a joke. You can experience that too, because you know what? If you use your phone, you would definitely give me a nod to the very symptom I suffered. It's so extremely dizzy. I had no idea about this, but there was explication for that. I was just so ignorant of medical science, so I couldn't actually imagine this. My eyes were constantly, seeing this moving picture, like a motion picture, because I've been swiping in every minute In less than 60 seconds, I already experienced the 4 different changes because of swiping. Once, and there's explanation twice, and there's a picture, and once more, and there's another answer explanation 4 times in less than 1 minute. You've been doing this for 14 hours, except, your urination breaks. I literally did. I was enslaved to it. I was actually, taking no break at all. I was dead serious. I was so heavily addicted to it. The only time that I do not actually play this, I did not play this game, was just either sleeping less than 4 hours, or working, cleaning, as a cleaning maid, or peeing, or pooping. Those are really the 4 times. Or eating. I didn't even take a shower. I was just so stinky. I was literally like a junk. Not even taking a shower. My mom actually blamed me for not actually taking a shower. I was just so desperate to save and spare more minutes for this game. That was where I was, honestly. I swear to God. Can you be please honest about my financial issues? Please make new CNBC, Federal Reserve, collateral debt obligations, whatever complicated financially I'm begging you. Because it's socialism, optimistic, home run, those are all my original. There was nothing random there. But I was too complacent. Honestly, I got everything, so I became so complacent. That means I was full of smugness. Oh, I'm doing extremely well with the finance. No need to even read till the end. Because everything was recycled, I remember everything. Don't you even bother to read until the punctuation mark. Just click it. That was the very mindset that brought me to this ruination for sure. But if I really read, it's not a big deal. Because if you cannot actually get that concept, no matter what kind of feeling that might be as an underlying undertow, then you can never actually figure out these conceptual ideas from the outset. If there's anyone who reads English, they can actually know that. They can testify that. If anyone who reads English, they can give me a testimony. Oh, you know what? If she gets everything from you truly without any dragging or delay, chances are she might have just actually skipped some lines and caught her some slack. That's what they're going to say. Because sometimes the outside questions are, even if they're finances or economy, they're very complicated. These are not for just, middle school students. Nope. That's impossible. I saw some very smart high school students can solve this, but no middle school students. It's a very complicated issues, including finance, philosophy, and science. I'm not lying. Those are all very conceptual, and it really demands the same tonal sensitivity as well as a profound understanding of things. It's true, because you have to actually, computate things very quickly, process information very quickly. I'm not lying. Please call me some slag. I swear to God, my understanding has never suffered any loss. I'm really good, but all I need is a rager. Then I can make things very stabilized, just like all the other professional people. But don't actually, say that I should be better than them in a supernatural way. Who would actually get everything, no matter how many hours they play, with no exception? Are you crazy? I only suffer from one exception during the 14-hour or 12-hour process. But do you have any idea how painful that is if I ever actually played this for 12 or, literally for 3 hours in a row? It's a way more painful than just reading a book. Why? Because in every 30 seconds you have to put down a token of understanding. Honestly, when you're reading a book, who knows what kind of thoughts you're having in the middle of the process? No one asks you to do so. It's worse than Amazon Fulfillment Center asking you to punch in your productivity. Really, in every 30 seconds you have to put down a signal. You have to, literally demonstrate your working status by solving those questions, no matter what. This is extremely brutal because there's no two solution. At once everything would be decided, but that type of status would last for 14 hours for every 5 days. Are you crazy? No human being could ever survive that. I'm very certain. They're going to witness the cognitive dissonance if they ever do that. I only actually took some couple of leaks for urination. I even actually thought pooping was a waste of time, honestly. So at some point I cut down on some food because I wanted to maximize the very hours that I can use for this game. I was that much addicted to that. Don't you fucking try to mess up with my intelligence. Once I take the LSAT, the truth will come out. And I won't ask Columbia or Cornell or NYU to actually let me see how well I can study law. That's all I'm asking for.